Coming in hot. Straight to the point. AI, artificial intelligence. It's artificial. It fits well with our current convenience. But we're at the end of the convenience-based short-term thinking culture. We're seeing it crash and burn into a dumpster fire. And it's not pretty, and it's ugly, and it's chaotic, and it's going to burn bright and hot and cause a lot of destruction. We're in the age of this is where we're seeing the dismantling of an empire and milieu, and the convergence of social change, technological change, monetary systems change. These 50, 80, and 200 and so odd year cycles are all converging. You can read the fourth turning, things like that. It's you just have to take a look. But there's cause and effect to this, and it comes to really our abandoning any sense of interest in the Supreme Being and His commandments, His rules and regulations. The human form is actually meant for austerity, penance, and sacrifice. We're in a body where we can actually go, oh, I'm not this body, so I don't need to act impulsively. I need to work on restraint. They say that long-term time preference or really long views. That's what built beautiful cathedrals, 600-700 years to build. We need to build our consciousness very consciously. And AI is it's just another tool, but the inputs will affect the outputs. And if the consciousness of the people putting in the inputs is demonic, is not surrendered to God, is not interested in God, not interested in His absolute beautiful creation, and not interested in a relationship with Him. You can't have a good relationship with someone if you're not trying to be pleasing to them. And how do we become pleasing? Well, we listen to the saintly persons. We read scripture, bona fide scripture. We practice a bona fide practice of reestablishing our eternal, natural relationship, the unique, perfect individual relationship that every living entity has simultaneously with the Supreme Being. He's with every living entity, and He's distinct at the same time. We're not all, it's not just oneness. There's oneness with distinction, achinta beta, beta tattva. This is the perfection of knowledge, and this is what you and I and every living entity is meant to realize. And we can't really realize it. I mean, obviously there's mercy and grace and miracles, but in general, we're not meant to realize it until we come to the human form. Everything's automatic up till then. You got a tiger body, you eat flesh, you run around, you kill things, you look beautiful with your sleek muscles, and then you pass away. You get hunted by a poacher. You leave that body. As Rumi said, at what point did leaving our body diminish us? That it's if we're in a higher consciousness at each stage of who we are, then we'll be rewarded a better form, a better vehicle. But if we don't, if we misuse the body that we have, if we misuse this human vehicle, this human form, why should we get it again? And this idea that we just one life, one chance, it's totally preposterous. It's silly. It's not real. It's fake. It was introduced, they took away the teaching of the transmigration of the soul or reincarnation from the scriptures of followers of Ishwa ben Yusuf Emmanuel, the Mashiach of Bethlehem. And Christ is a title. Mashiach is a title, just like Mary is a title given to people of high consciousness in the female and male forms. So accept or reject, you're welcome to. That's fine. Do the research, do the homework. I've been doing my research for 50 years, since I was 3 years old, and it's just the beginning. But boy, I'm surrounded by the absolute best literature that's ever existed. The cream of the Vedas, the Srimad Bhagavatam, the Bhagavad Gita, just from the Mahabharata, just from, on it goes. And the tools, don't forget too that we can't eat. We can't eat our AI. I mean, we consume it, but it doesn't really nourish us, the living entity, and it doesn't nourish our body. So cattle, milk, honey, vegetables, grains, this is the wealth. And then what do we build? What can we grow with our hands and our tools and with AI? Services, real services that people need. But what are people hungry for right now more than ever before? Massively, just massively. We're consuming daily, 24 hours a day media, and we're starving. We're starving for real, genuine, personal connection with other living entities and with the supreme living entity, the supreme being. God is also a person. He has an impersonal energy, but to deny his personal features is the height of lunacy. And it really, if I deny that you exist, can I really have a good relationship with you? If I tell you, yeah, I really like your car, but you don't exist, who drove here? Oh, it just drove on its own. Yeah, so get real, wake up, come on. Don't be duped by these fools who are espousing these crazy philosophies and materialism and impersonalism and what we know as Mayavadi philosophy, which is that we don't exist or we're all one, or there's just this, we're just pure spirit. But there's more to it than that. There's distinction. There's relationships in the spiritual world. There's distinction. There's variegatedness. There's variety. It's not just one blob. The white light, the nirvanic field, the Brahma Jyoti is just the fringe of the non-material world. Yes, it's part of the spiritual world, but it's just the fringe. Don't make that the goal. So many, 99% of the people came to North America were impersonalists, starting with Vivekananda in the 1800s. And there's just leagues of schools built on that original small, non-optimal, substandard understanding of the absolute truth that he came. And of course, people had never really heard of any of this stuff, really, except for Emerson and Thoreau and Walt Whitman and a few of the American transcendentalists that were skirting this subject matter. But the ancient land of Bharat Varsh, which is now India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, that's the cradle of civilizations, of spiritual culture, of Sanskrit, a spiritual language, of yoga, the science of self-realization and God realization. So Gauranga, he whose body is more beautiful than molten gold. Oh, so much to learn and taste, all in the names. So, put aside the AI and get with uh, what's the opposite of artificial? Real intelligence. You, the living entity, reestablishing your position, essence, and function, knowing it, and also in relationship with the Supreme Being, and then with all other beings, and also with the material energy. So we know who this all belongs to. So let's put it to good use. Let's offer it back to Him. Let's offer our breath. Let's offer our thoughts. Let's offer our words today. Let's offer our activities. Or maybe let's just sit still for the day. Have you done that yet? Have you tried sitting still for a day and what could come out of it? Seek ye first, go within, and the simplest way to cleanse the heart of all the dust accumulated for years together is the simply Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Shmaranam, the hearing, repeating, and remembering of the Supreme Person. There's so many beautiful names in Russian, Arabic, our Martian languages. Wherever there's life, there's persons, and there's life all over the cosmic creation. Maybe we don't have this human form is not meant for seeing certain things, experiencing certain things, but this human form is magic, pure magic on this planet, and we're abusing it. We're the servant species. To have dominion over means to have servitorship, stewardship. We are supposed to be responsible for this creation. We didn't create it, but so it's not ours. we have to take great care of it. And today, just start with taking care of you, not your senses, not your body or your mind, but you, the living entity who's just starving in there, just waiting for you to, you are the spirit soul, you are the living entity. So, we're just letting our vehicle drive us around like a crazy AI driven robot car that's just knocking into things and smashing into things and gobbling up things and voracious, full of wrath and spite and hate and envy. Let's turn that around today. Let's chant a little Gauranga, Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana, Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana, Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana. I'm in the kitchen this morning. I'm trying to recreate some vegan marzipan for my egg-free for my wife, and I love being in the kitchen. I tell you, do you want to see more videos of me being in the kitchen, of how we make different healthy, with type 1 diabetes? I'm always looking for healthier ways to produce foods that I can offer, that are pleasing, that are loving, that are try to make them less violent. So yeah, tune in. We're going to be doing we're hitting the road soon, and please join us at JuicyMagiK. There's nothing to join, but I just mean, come on over to the show, subscribe, like, follow, all that stuff. And we'll do our very best to only give the best, and to be sharing authentically, genuinely, mistakes, blunders. We're just, we're just like you. We're all in the same family. Aren't you tired of hearing the news of, America versus this, and we got to secure this trade deal, and it's all competition. It's all based on false identity. We're all on the same team in the entire cosmic creation, and we're all meant to work together to offer our life, our very being, our thoughts, our mind, our words, our deeds in service, in loving service to the Supreme Being. So start with the names. Have a little chant on your beads, do some Gauranga breathing. We'll get together with the guitar later and make another video. And hopefully soon Srimati Dasi will get on her fiddle and we can make some nice sounds together. Haribol, namaste, peace be with you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I love doing this, doing my best to serve all with love. Haribol, namaste, and peace be with you.